Hello everyone, I'm Mica Manticore, and this is the 21 Pilots Spotify Immersive Experience. I haven't done this yet. I've seen a lot about it on Twitter and things like that. I don't know if it's going to jump into anything immediately, so I went ahead and started recording now. So I'm about to hit enter on it. Oh, I'm excited already. So this is celebrating their new album, Trench, which is one of my favorite albums ever. So there was I may not be able to talk a whole lot during this. Okay, cool. So, Trench follows Tyler Joseph's, or the band specifically, their journey through this place called Dima. And from what I understand, Dima is, it could be anything. From people have lined it up to be talking about the music industry, talking about how people will do anything to stay relevant and to put out music to keep fans around. And other people have speculated that it's their own mind speaking on mental illness as they have in the past. So I'm gonna jump into this. Okay.
I could take the high road,
Let's do that.
but I know that I'm going low. I'm a bandito.
This first medallion, I don't know if you can hear me over all this, but a lot of people have equated that medallion that I just found.
I could take the high road, but I know that I'm going low. I'm a bandito.
This would be even better in VR, I think.
Take the high road, but I know that I'm going low. I'm a bandito. This is the sound we make.
This is beautifully done. This is absolutely wonderful. I found the second one. It's gonna be really hard for me not to sing along to this. Are these the bishops with me? I'm gonna stop trying to explain. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. I'll provide links to everything I know about in the
city, I feel my
description.
spirit is contained. Like neon, inside the glass they form my brain. But I recently discovered it's a heatless fire. Like nicknames they give themselves to uninspire. Began with bullet, now add fire to the proof. But I'm still not sure if fear's a rival or close relative to truth. Either way, it helps to hear these words bounce off of you. The softest echo could be enough for me to make it through.
This is really cool. Wonder if there's any meaning to the mountains being made.
To feel some control, destroy it if I want. So I sing
I just don't want to interrupt the music, that's why I'm not talking. like that. That made me dizzy. Whoa. I feel like I'm missing something here. One. I gotta find the other one. Where's the freaking bird? Damn it! I miss the birds. Too busy jamming to find that bird. Right there, the bird is right there. That was cool as hell. Okay, so I didn't get the bird. I'm gonna go through and try to find the bird. And go through all of them after I do that. Plus, it'll give me a chance to sing along. I'm gonna mute it for a second. Folina, Salo Folina, as an anagram, unmixes to all Ohio fans. I don't know if that's supposed to be that way or not, because a lot of you already know this. Most of you probably actually, but the band is from Ohio, so it would make sense that they would give a shout out to their fans in Ohio, because they apparently, according to interviews and stuff, once they're done being big, which I don't think they'll ever stop being big, at least not truly, they would go back to Ohio and stay. You know, if they continue to perform, it would make sense that they would stay and perform in Ohio. It makes sense to me that the bird. Hey, I fucking found it. Yes. Okay. So now that I found it, let's go through them all. This one is the Jumpsuit Medallion, which Jumpsuit is the first track on Trench. The atmosphere's perspective of the world we are lost in. This document of guidance at times feels like my only protection. Cover me. Bandito Prison. Mouth of Trench. So East is Up is a recurring theme in this. I'll provide links to everything so you can go through it yourself. I'm not going to take the time to try to read all of that. It was kind of hectic during the band's hiatus, but a lot of you probably already know all this already, so I won't bore you with the retelling. So the pitchfork is symbolizing the overturning of the false cup of Dima. The Bandito Underground recognize the flipped E as an insignia of truth being revealed. We utter the code East is Up as a message of unity, truth, and rebellion against the oppressive forces of Dima. Monuments of exaltation are nothing but the glory of an early grave. Let us flip our perspective to find truth. This part's really interesting because track 7 is Neon Gravestones, which is my personal favorite on the album. And they made a reference to that song, I think, in the Jumpsuit music video, in which they had the bishops of Dima standing around these pieces right here. I know you can't see where I'm pointing, where my cursor is right now, which is the band's logo from Blurryface, more specifically Blurryface, flipped upside down and put into neon. So it makes a reference to an early grave in the song Neon Gravestones. So Dima wants. I really think Dima is their own head, you know, in that they maybe have these urges to die, and they're fighting against it. They're fighting to stay alive, which is another one of the insignia, or not the insignia, another one of the things that they say at every concert, usually more than once. This is the double bars logo. This is the Trench era logo. The original, the Blurryface logo had just one vertical bar and one diagonal bar with the bar in the middle accompanying. In the Vessel and Regional at Best and Self-Titled eras, they were thicker, I think. Well, I don't think Self-Titled even had the logo. But Regional at Best and Vessel definitely did. But this says, steadfast in our rebellion against the teachings of vialism, we turn their false doctrine upon its head. Protected more than ever, the double bars are a symbol of life and hope. So, I don't know what vialism is. I'll put a text box up here with the with what that is. But this says, the necropolis glorifies the early graves of those who lost themselves along the way. Let us overturn this concept as a symbol of dedication and celebration of life. Which those are reminiscent of the last lines of Neon Gravestones, which is what are the last lines? Find your grandparents or someone of age, pay some respects for the path that they've paved. To life they were dedicated, and that should be celebrated. So, what it's saying is basically that Dima glorifies those who take their own lives in times of duress, and they're doing their best to encourage other people to overturn that belief. As we are vultures, the vulture sees both worlds devouring death, a symbol of our responsibility to turn death into life. May we learn from what we've lost and commit to living. And the paper itself says, the fear and pain shall not be elements that stop us, but what feeds us to persevere. The vultures above are our symbol of turning death to life. So, in facing death, they're maybe taking a better perspective on life. Maybe, I don't know. This is all up for speculation, I'm sure. So the FPE badge, in the Blurryface era, FPE, specifically that symbol of FPE was few, proud, emotional, which is a reference to their song Fairly Local. But in Trench, it stands for Failed Perimeter Escape, which denotes the main character in this story, Clancy, trying to escape Dima and being dragged back over and over again. It says, those who see corruption inside the lies of Dima feel a responsibility to get out. An attempted escape should be honored. Many are punished with the Failed Perimeter Escape badge, but wear it proudly. It is their symbol of the Bandito Underground, the few, the proud, and the emotional. There you go. It says, we shall call our label of delinquents by a new name. This is who we are, and let us never be ashamed by the penalty placed upon us by false authorities. So at this point in time, it's being theorized that the albums are out of order, meaning that maybe Trench is first and Blurryface is second. But I'm not sure about that. I think Trench and Blurryface are... I'm not sure if I think it's two sides of the same coin, or if I think maybe they're intermingled, almost shuffled like two halves of a deck of cards. But that's the end of that. That was awesome. If you're a fan of 21 Pilots at all, I think you should really do this. This was a blast to do. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't checked out my channel already, please do so. Subscribe if you like what you see. Tell me what games and stuff you want to see me play. This is an unusual occurrence for me. I don't usually do things like this, but this was a blast to do. I really enjoyed this a lot, and I hope that they expand on this as a concept. And I will put links to everything Trench story-wise that I know that we have found in the description. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.